Hey, you're in the garden with Keith Ramsey. This morning we're going to talk about mixing color and texture. It's a kind of an art, and landscaping is kind of a science, so it's a difficult thing to put together. One of the things that we do here is we'll let people come in and we'll walk around with them and we'll take cuttings and we'll put them together. I kind of compare it to swatches at a fabric store. A good friend of mine, Suzanne Edney, taught me this probably 20 years ago while she was teaching a class. She was talking about plants, you know, like flamethrower, red bud, and limelight hydrangea, which blooms white and then turns pink at the end of the year. And as she was talking about each plant, dark fire loropetalum, the colors and the textures, she was putting together basically a flower arrangement. So this is something we can do as we walk through, and it gives you the color and it gives you the texture, and we put it all together. And it's a super easy way for people to understand. So this is the white of a limelight hydrangea, and then that's the fall pinky color. But you can see as you put this together how it would make my mom proud. I grew up, you know, stomping around in a florist that my mom owned. But you can see how you have a flower arrangement, but that's also your landscape arrangement. So you can pull that back apart at home. You can use this against your brick or against the trim color or whatever you're working on. Not that that's that important all the time, but you can also piece this together and decide what you don't like about it, and we can come back in and we can replace, you know, if it's you're not sure if you like this yellow color, the chartreuse color of a privet, we can pull that out and we can replace it with something like the burgundy of a loropetalum, or an abelia, which blooms almost 6 months out of the year. Variegated foliage, pink foliage in the fall. So you end up with something like this. This is your tree and shrub combination. Small ornamental tree, heart-shaped leaves, flamethrower, which was a plant that came out of NC State. And then you drop that down in front of, say, Echinacea, behind Echinacea. So that's your pollinator plant. That's going to work for any of the bees, bumblebees, butterflies. And then aster is another plant that aster is a great fall blooming plant. It's great for pollinators. It's when pollinators need nectar. And then something like vinca. But you can see, you know, now you can kind of visualize a landscape. So I think what I would say more importantly than anything is get advice. Go to a local garden center, come to Garden Supply Company, talk to people that know plants. All of this stuff that I'm showing you right now is drought tolerant. That doesn't necessarily mean it's wet tolerant. All the stuff that I'm showing you is full sun tolerant, but not necessarily full shade tolerant. So come out to a garden center, get advice. Don't spend your money until you've got the advice that you need. You know where you're going, and you know that the money that you spend is going to be a long-term solution to your problem. Hope to see you soon.